Alright guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be spawning in the Dawg Saloon. Now straight away we're instantly going to be able to tell you that I'm running to the corner of the map, which is a mistake, and I'm going to be spawning with two of my teammates, and one of them's going to work on the platform gen up there to my left hand side. I'm going to be spawning with all three of my teammates while I go to the right hand side and work on a generator myself. Now this map is very good for killer. I'd say it's one of the most fun killer maps to play in Dead by Daylight. The jungle gyms are very easy to mind game for the vast majority of them, and that can actually hurt you in the long run. Good survivors can entwine multiple different areas together. I heard something behind me and I panicked a little bit. I'm guessing the fact that my other teammate hasn't came through here, that two people are stacking on that generator up there, looking for any form of information I could see, but I can't see anything through the map. I will be able to use these bushes to hide if I find a good opportunity to hide from the killer in chase and double back, keeping in mind that they don't make sounds when you get into them or when you get out of them. That being said, grass is very loud and you're going to have to be paying attention to these kind of things too. I have a very strong jungle gym beside me that never changes. I got a loop up here and upstairs as well that I can take a vault from the right hand side if I need to. I'm in a pretty comfortable spot. None of these jungle gyms are really strong apart from the shack, and I would personally run around this loop here and take the shack depending on the direction the killer comes from. If they come from that way, I go that way. If she comes from that way, I play this behind me. Either way, I feel like I'm in a very comfortable spot getting this generator done by myself. We're still unaware of who the killer is. Based on the fact I haven't heard a heartbeat, I haven't seen a bear trap, I'm under the assumption we're going to be versing a hag. But we're going to hear the heartbeat now. I'm going to leave a second early. It's going to be a spirit. I got a little stuck there. That's unfortunate, and I took that very wide. Hopefully she's going to go for a lunge. And I'm going to sidestep and just go away. See how she tried to go for a bait there and try and get me to stay? I didn't want to miss position. I don't know how long ago she started her phasing. Good news is she's going to play around my nearly completed gen. Bad news is my nearly completed gen is going to get regressed now. Good news is she doesn't have ruin. Bad news is she gets 0.3% per second. Just going to dip and keep spacing. I'm in a pretty comfortable spot over here. Blocking her line of sight. She doesn't seem to be ambitious with her movement. Going to come right back in through here. She's going to do a 180 here. I'm going to tap the gen. She didn't 180, and I was going to play the window as well. Keeping in mind, when she phases, I'm going to get massive indicator of what is happening. I'll leave my scratches going up there. I'm rank core. I have to be very careful about that. I'm not going to get the gen done in time. I don't want to take an early hit. She'll regress it. I just walk around. There's two different directions I could have went then. I'm going to try and hide here. She doesn't have time to look for me, based on the fact she's playing around one generator. I have three healthy teammates elsewhere. If he plays to that, I'm going to play to shack. She needs to stop going for a mind game and start going for a moonwalk fast M1, especially if she's 110% movement speed. Regression on my gen. I don't know which direction she's going after that. I'm going to tap so she can't hear it. If I hold the gen, it'll make a sound indicator, and I don't want her to know that I'm working on it. Alright, now I'll hold it. You hear that clicking sound? I think she's coming back. I'm going to go right up real quick. I was right. I got my vault here. I left no scratch marks. I'm in a pretty comfortable spot. There's no drop down for her up here either. I will medium vault it, and she can hit me through it. She's going to go back now that she missed. I'll wait and listen for the regression, and then we'll play off that. Looks like there's our regression. And if she does a 180, that's great. I reckon that's a bait. She went around. It wasn't a bait. Oh, she went upstairs. Good play by her. We can greed this now and get a dead hard pass. And now I can utilize the shack. I do have Iron Will as well if I need to. I'm rank core. I'm going to leave. Oh, I was actually going to give her that pallet on the way out as well. Good play by my teammate. I think he missed a spin though. Do I have a chest over here to search? Somebody else has already done it. Teammate through the map. We'll have a generator above me. I can hear it's already been completed. I'm not going to waste my time. Generator up here hasn't been started, but there will be a gen a little bit further out. My teammate is looking at that gen and working on it. I'm going to go over here and try and work on one of the corner of the map. I am exhausted, so I have to be a little bit more careful in terms of where I leave my scratch marks. It's going to be very hard for me to hide in one of these bushes, knowing that I am injured and I'm going to be moving. Generator upstairs, I could stack with it or I could work on my own. I'm going to choose to work on this because why would I work on a different gen when two of us will get a gen done quicker? Well, let me answer that question. This killer played around one gen that was nearly done the entire game. She prop-C'd the gen, which is going to really hurt her. That being said, what do you think is going to happen when she comes through the board and she sees that gen in the middle of the map? She's going to play around that gen. If she does come through the board, she's not even going to bother coming to check on this because she knows that gen's going to be chugging. What do we see right now? It depends on how my teammate moves right now. I don't have dead hard, so if she phases over, I'm in trouble. She's phasing. Oh, she's walking over. Bad movement by her. I do have the pallet. I'm going to wait at the pallet. Well done by her. She called my bluff. I pressed dead hard, but it didn't activate. It's very unfortunate. It's a pretty unsafe jungle gym as well. I probably shouldn't have called my bluff. That being said, I kind of want to preserve it because it's right in front of an exit gate. Last thing I want to do is give it to her really early. I don't want you to try and heal me right now, because she's going to come in and she's going to try and force you to drop this pallet. You have to play this really well. He made real good movement then. It's going to hurt her as well. She'll see the scratch marks though. Going to get the regression. I'm not done. I'll give him an indicator when I am completed. I'm going to crawl through this generator. Or through the generator. I'm going to crawl through the pallet. That's fine. I'm up. Alright. And now I'm going to try and pull her away from all this. So she wants to lunge regardless of the circumstance. Bad play. I'll take advantage of a mistake and I'll just take spacing between the two of us. This is a very bad place to take her, especially when I got a teammate here. Fortunately, she missed as well. I'm going to go right back in for my generator. I still have my pallet if I need to. Going down was definitely the right call to preserve it. It was good for her to come over and apply this pressure. If she has pop, she can only get it on one of these two. Going to keep working on this. I am exhausted. I'm going to go to the right as opposed to going to the left. Because last time I went to the right. Jen's nowhere near done. No form of pop. I'm going to let her see me and then I'm going to move away. Didn't even come in for it. She should have seen my scratch marks. They're there for 10 seconds. She's going right through the board, most likely to check on the final generator. We have had one teammate unaccounted for this entire time. I'm going under the assumption they will be completing something. The fact that she didn't even turn her camera when I ran to the right makes me want to run to the right again. I know I got a pallet there. I could play the wall, which is really dangerous because I'm exhausted. But if I'm unexhausted, it'll be okay as long as I'm quick with my dead hard. She's going to see me through that. If she spots me now, I'm in deep trouble. She's going for the wrong door. I think she might have given up hope. I'm going to trust in this bush, and I'm just going to disappear real quick. I'm going to wait for something to be open. Spotting me in the bush is going to be very difficult to do. I'll run about 25 seconds in so I don't get a crow, and I'm going to play towards that door depending on how many pistons are moved on it. I'm not waiting for dead hard. I'm just being patient right now. That's my indicator. It's time for us to be able to go. So that just shows you how strong some of the bushes can be in this game, especially if there's two people and one person leaves scratch marks and the other hides and then doubles back for their gens. So just be careful of those kind of things. I'm happy to open this door based on the fact that she has Rancor. I don't want to put my teammates in a bad situation, but I want them to be able to react the second they hear that phasing sound. Doesn't appear to have movement add-ons, therefore we're going to be looking at the default 176% movement speed when she activates her phase at 2.5 seconds. Therefore, it didn't feel like she had a longer phase either, so we're looking at default 4.5 seconds approximately. So it was a pretty chill game. Very big map. I do love that map as killer. Split pressure was her weakness there, and she did play around one generator in the middle rather than letting it get done, which did hurt her tremendously. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this one over at YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do educational, informative, Dead by Daylight killer and survivor content 5 days a week over at Twitch. If you think you know everything about DVD, you can help me teach the people that don't. Anyways, guys, that is going to be all for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the fog in the next trial.